Hello friends, now in this lecture we'll continue question from the miscellaneous exercise. In last lecture we solved question number 12, now we'll see question number 13 from the miscellaneous exercise. Miscellaneous exercise question number 13th, page number 601. Okay, question is, if each diagonal of a quadrilateral, if each diagonal of a quadrilateral separates it into two triangles of equal area then show that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Then show that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, so it is given each diagonal divides it into two triangles of equal area. So let us see how to prove this. It is given we have a quadrilateral, okay, and each diagonal divides that quadrilateral into two triangles, and those two triangles are equal in area. Okay, so we have a quadrilateral ABCD, diagonal BD and diagonal AC, such that area triangle ABC is equal to area triangle ACD. That means diagonal divides it into two triangles of equal area. So let us see how to prove. Given ABCD is a quadrilateral such that ABCD is a quadrilateral such that area triangle ABC is equal to area ACD. Okay, and area ABD is equal to area BCD. Okay, to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, to prove quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. So now to prove ABCD is a parallelogram, we need to prove its both pair of opposite sides are parallel, or any one pair of opposite side is parallel and equal. Okay, so see how to prove. First I will give you solution in short. See, it is given that these two are equal, ABC equal to ACD. So if I write ABC plus ACD is equal to ABCD, that means twice of ABC is equal to ABCD, isn't it? Or I can write ABC is equal to ABCD by 2. Okay, I wrote this ABC, this triangle ABC and this triangle ACD is equal to ABCD. So as ACD and ABC are equal, so I can write twice of ABC is equal to ABCD. This gives you ABCD is equal to ABCD by 2. Similarly, I can write this ABD, okay, this triangle ABD and this triangle BCD is equal to again ABCD, sum of these two triangles. So again here I can write twice of ABD is equal to ABCD. So this gives me ABD is equal to ABCD by 2. So this two equation gives me that area triangle ABC is equal to area triangle ABD, isn't it? ABC equal. Now these two triangles have the common base. They are equal area, so they must lie between same parallel. So this gives me AB parallel DC. In the similar way, I will prove AD parallel BC, and when both pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, then it's a parallelogram. Okay, so let us see. Now I will give you the solution step. So proof we can start. Area ABC, area triangle ABC plus area triangle ACD is equal to area quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, therefore I can write area triangle ABC plus area triangle ABC is equal to area quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, because ACD and ABC are equal, it is given ACD and ABC are equal in area. Therefore, twice area triangle ABC is equal to area quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, therefore area triangle ABC is equal to half area quadrilateral ABCD. Let it be equation number 1. Okay, now as I took two triangles of the opposite side of AC, that means I took ABC plus ACD. Now similarly I can take these two triangles which are on the either side of diagonal BD, that is ABD and BCD. Okay, now area triangle ABD plus area triangle BCD equal to quadrilateral ABCD. It's simple. Simply I am taking these two triangles. Okay, if I remove this, then it will be more easy to understand for you. Simply I am taking this triangle plus this triangle. Definitely if I add the area of these two triangles, I will get the area of whole figure. So now I can write area triangle ABD plus area triangle ABD. Okay, at the place of BCD I kept ABD. Why? Because first I proved ABC, this triangle. Now I need one more triangle which has same base, that is AB. So I am taking ABD, that is equal to area quadrilateral ABCD. Therefore, twice area triangle ABD is equal to area quadrilateral ABCD, and hence finally I can write area triangle ABD is equal to half area quadrilateral ABCD. Let it be second. So from these two equations, from first and second, I can write from first and second I can write from first and second. See, first says area ABC equal to half of ABCD. Second says area ABD is equal to half of ABCD. That means these two will be equal to each other. From first and second I can say area triangle ABC is equal to area triangle ABD. Okay, now these two triangles have, but these triangles have same base and equal areas. So they must lie between same parallels. And therefore I can say Therefore, I can say AB parallel DC. Therefore, AB parallel DC. Let it be equation number 4. Okay, and let it, this one is the equation number 3. We need this equation once again, so I'm 3. Okay, so I hope up to this point it is clear. Here we proved AB parallel DC. Now we'll prove AD parallel BC, and then we can say as both pair of opposite sides of the given quadrilateral are parallel to each other, therefore it will be a parallelogram. So note it down up to this point, then we'll move further. Okay, here you should write a reason. Okay, as well as here you should write a reason. Okay, here reason what, that ACD equal to ABC given. Okay, area ACD is equal to area ABC, that is given. Okay, similarly one reason you have to write over here, that area BCD is equal to ABD given. So note it down, then we'll move further. Okay, so AB parallel DC. Now we'll see its proof further. Okay, now from third, okay, this I took as the third equation. From third, I'm writing from third, area triangle ABC is equal to area triangle ABD. Okay, therefore I can write area triangle ABC is equal to area triangle BCD. Okay, because ABD is equal to BCD given. Here I can write that reason, area triangle ABD is equal to area triangle BCD given. Okay, so with the help of that I wrote at the place of ABD I wrote BCD. Okay, now again you can see these two triangles, that is ABC, this ABC and then BCD are on the same base, and between are on the same base and having equal area, so they must lie between same parallel. That gives me AD parallel BC. Okay, so but these triangles have same base, have same base and equal area, so they must lie between same parallels. Therefore, BC parallel AD. This is fifth. From fourth and fifth, from fourth says AB parallel DC, fifth says BC parallel AD. That means both pair of opposite sides of quadrilateral ABCD are parallel, so it's a parallelogram. From fourth and fifth, both pairs of opposite sides of quadrilateral ABCD are parallel. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Hence, true. So, please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now we'll see the next question, that is question number 15th. Okay, question number 15th from the same page number, same exercise. Question says, prove that the area of a rhombus prove that the area of a rhombus prove that the area of a rhombus is equal to half the area is equal to half the area of is half the area of the rectangle contained by its diagonals, contained by its diagonals. Okay, so first of all, this question looks little bit complicated in language. So first of all, we understand what the question want to say. We have to prove that area of a rhombus. So let us draw a rhombus. Okay, this okay, this is the rhombus ABCD. This is rhombus ABCD. Okay. So what you have to prove, area of this rhombus is equal to half the area of the rectangle contained by its diagonals. That means we have to prove that if I make a rectangle which is contained by its diagonal, that means the rectangle contained by its diagonal means that rectangle which I form by taking the sides of rectangle as the diagonals of the rectangle. That means for a while if I say let BD is equal to X and AC equal to Y, then the uh, rectangle contained by its diagonal will be like this, X and Y. It means rectangle contained by diagonal is like this, whose sides have the measure whatever is the measures of the uh, whatever is the measure of the diagonals of the rhombus. So we have to prove this area of rhombus will be half of the area of this rectangle. Okay, so I hope you got the question. So now think for a while that how you will write it in a proper way. Then I will give it solution. Okay, so let us see how to prove it. So what we have given uh, ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. Mm. Okay, to prove area rhombus ABCD, or let me write ABCD is a rhombus with diagonals AC is equal to X say and BD is equal to Y say. Okay, now here I do write to prove. What I have to prove? To prove area rhombus is equal to half area rectangle contained by diagonals AC and BD. Okay, exactly that we have to prove. So let us see how to prove. It's not that much difficult. Okay, so first of all we'll describe the rectangle contained by diagonals will be rectangle. Okay, or better to do in this way. Area rhombus is equal to 1 by 2 d1 into d2. Therefore, area rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2x into y. Okay, I think that will be better way. First, I will describe what is the rectangle contained by its diagonal. Okay, so rectangle contained by the diagonals AC and BD means a rectangle whose dimensions are equal to the length of diagonals of rhombus, length of diagonals AC and BD, or simply length of the diagonals. Okay, rectangle contained by diagonal AC and BD means a rectangle whose dimensions are equal to the length of the diagonals. uh, let let length length of rectangle length of rectangle L is equal to AC is equal to X, and breadth of rectangle B is equal to BD is equal to Y. Okay, even though you can we can exclude this X and Y over here, that is not that much required. Assume that length of rectangle is L is AC and that is equal to BD. So even though if you want to exclude this X and Y, it is okay. So now area of rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2 d1 d2. Therefore area rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2 AC into BD. Okay, and at the place of AC into BD, I simply write rectangle contained by diagonal AC and BD, because area of rectangle is length into breadth. So it is almost done, but first of all note it down. Only 2 lines I have to write more, but first of all note it down up to this point. Then I will explain you this once again, and I will give you the remaining solution as well. Okay, so after, see, what actually we have to prove, area of rhombus is equal to half of area of rectangle that contained by the diagonal. That means area of that rectangle whose length is one of the diagonal, breadth is the another diagonal. So we proved that. So simply now actually I have to write this line only, that area rhombus is equal to 1 upon 2. At the place of AC into BD, I do write that particular statement. So after this, therefore, okay, therefore area rhombus is equal to half area. At the place of AC multiplied by BD, I can write that rectangle contained by diagonals AC and BD. Okay, so hence proved. Okay, so note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next we will see question number 19th. Okay, now we will see the question number 19th from the same page number, same exercise, question number 19. Question says that any point D is taken on, any point D is taken on, any point D is taken on base BC, base BC of triangle ABC, and AD is produced, and AD is produced to E, and AD is produced to E, making DE equal to making DE equal to AD, DE equal to AD. Show that area triangle BCE is equal to area triangle ABC, area triangle ABC. Okay, so uh, let us draw its diagram first. It is given that there is a point D on the base BC of triangle ABC. So first of all, let me draw the triangle ABC. Okay, triangle ABC. Now there is a point D. It is not given, it's a midpoint, so I'm taking this point D and join AD and produce it to E. Okay, this is point E. So what we have to prove, area triangle BCA is equal to BCE. Okay, in short, you have to prove that this area of upper triangle is area equal to lower triangle. Okay, so think for a while that how you solve this. Okay, it is information that given is AD equal to DE. This AD is equal to DE. That is the only thing that we have, and we have to prove area triangle BCE is equal to BCA. Okay. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. What we have given, uh, D belongs to BC of triangle ABC. Okay, AD produced to E such that AD is equal to DE. Okay, to prove that these two triangles are equal in area, to prove area triangle BCE is equal to area triangle ABC. Okay, so see how we'll prove. We have to see these two triangles have same base. So anyhow, if I'm able to prove that their heights are same, we can say their areas will be equal. Okay, for that I need their height, so I will draw AQ perpendicular BC, and here I can say that EZ perpendicular to BC. Okay, so that is the construction part. Draw AQ perpendicular BC and EZ perpendicular BC. Okay, so now to prove this AQ equal to EZ, I have to take the help of concepts of congruency. Anyhow, if I am able to prove that these two triangles are congruent, I can say AQ equal to EZ by CPCT. So see, again we need the congruency. So here these two angles are 90° given, not given by construction actually. These two are the vertically opposite angles given, and AD equal to DE. AD is equal to DE, that is given. So these two triangles will be congruent by angle, side. As soon as we prove the triangles are congruent, we can say AQ equal to EZ, and as soon as we say AQ equal to EZ, but obviously their areas of those triangles will be equal. So let us see its proof. In triangle AQD, in triangle AQD and triangle EZD, and triangle EZD, angle AQD is equal to angle EZD, Reason, I can write each 90° each 90° by construction. By construction, each 90° by construction. Then angle 1 equal to angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, vertically opposite angles, and AD equal to DE. AD is equal to ED, that is given. So therefore I can say triangles are congruent. Therefore triangle AQD is congruent to triangle EZD by angle, side, and therefore I can say AQ is equal to EZ. AQ is equal to EZ. Okay, by CPCT. By CPCT. Let it be equation number 1. Okay. Now we have to prove the areas are equal. So okay. Now we have to prove area triangle BC. So we'll start with now area triangle BCE is equal to half base multiplied by height. Therefore area triangle BCE is equal to 1 by 2. Now at the place of base I do write BC, at the place of height for triangle BCE height is EZ. Height is EZ. So here I do write EZ. Therefore area triangle BCE is equal to 1 upon 2 into BC. Now at the place of EZ, I do write AQ. That is already proved. AQ. Here I do write EZ is equal to AQ from first. Okay. Therefore here this is the last step that I am going to write. Area triangle BCE is equal to, now 1 upon 2 BC into AQ. 1 upon 2 BC into AQ is area triangle ABC. That is area triangle ABC. Hence proved. Okay, so please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so now we'll see next question, that is question number 25th. Okay, question number 25th, page 602. Okay, question number 20. Question number 26th, page number 602. Okay, it is given in the given figure. Okay, in the given figure, in the given figure, ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel CD. With AB parallel CD. DC is equal to 40. DC is equal to 40 centimeter. AB equal to 60 centimeter. AB is equal to 60 centimeter. If X and Y are the midpoints, if X and Y are the midpoints of AD and BC, of AD and BC respectively, then prove that, then prove that. Okay, we have to prove first that xy equal to 50 centimeter. Okay, first xy is equal to 50 centimeter. Second, that we have to prove dcyx, dcyx is a trapezium. And the third that we have to prove is area trapezium dcyx, dcyx is equal to 9 by 11 area trapezium XYBA. Okay, that you have to prove. So it is given ABCD is a trapezium. So let us see how to solve this. Okay, it is given ABCD. A, B, C, D. And these are the midpoints. X and Y are the midpoints of AD and BC. So let us see how to solve this. Okay, so see, we'll start with the given. So we have given ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel CD. Okay, X and Y are midpoints. X and Y are midpoints of AD and BC, of AD and BC respectively. Okay, further it is given DC is equal to 40 centimeter and AB is equal to 60 centimeter. AB is equal to 60 centimeter. Okay, so now to prove, okay, so to prove Okay, that is the same thing, so I'm skipping this, that you can write by your own. Okay, now let us see its proof. See, anyhow we have to prove, first of all that we have to find the length x. We have to also prove that dcyx is a trapezium, and then we have to find the ratio of these two trapeziums. So here we need a small construction. See, if I join this dy, if I join this dy, okay, if I join this dy and if I produce it, okay, join dy and produce it to meet AB produced at point Q. Okay, so see, to prove this x y dc dcxy dcyx is a trapezium, we need to prove this xy is parallel to dc or xy is parallel to AB. So anyhow I have to prove these two are parallels. Now if I see this triangle ADQ, in this triangle, see, x is midpoint of AD. If anyhow I am able to prove that y is midpoint of DQ, I can say xy is parallel to AB, isn't it? In triangle, if we have a midpoint of one side and uh, there is a midpoint of another side, then by midpoint theorem we know that line segment joining the midpoints of two sides is parallel to the third side. So using that I can say xy is parallel to AQ, as well as xy will be equal to half of AQ, isn't it? So we need to find xy as well as we need to prove dcyx is a trapezium. So for both of for the first one and second one, anyhow we have to prove this xy is parallel to AQ or AB. Now to prove xy is parallel to AB, anyhow we need to prove dy equal to yq, because I need to prove y is midpoint of dq. Then and only then it is possible to apply the midpoint theorem. So now my first target is to prove dy equal to yq, and for that I need to prove these two triangles are congruent. Now when I say these two triangles congruent, so one thing that I got directly, that these two angles will be equal. Let us say this angle is 1 and this angle is 2. Why they are equal? Alternate interior angles, because DC is parallel to AB or DC is parallel to AQ. Similarly, I can say this angle, let this angle is 3 and let this angle is 4. So they are again equal. Why? Vertically opposite angles. And one thing more I need, so here I have CY equal to YB, because it is given that Y is midpoint of BC. So by using these all, I can say these two triangles are congruent, and therefore I can say Y is mid, by CPCT I can say dy equal to YQ. Okay, so very first thing I will try to prove these two triangles congruent. So uh, let me write this given once again in a proper way. ABCD is a trapezium with uh, AB parallel CD. Okay, uh, DC is equal to 40 centimeter, AB is equal to 60 centimeter, uh, Y sorry X is midpoint, X is midpoint of AD, Y is midpoint, Y is midpoint of uh, BC. That is, I can say CY equal to YB, CY is equal to YB. Okay, that's it. This is the information to prove. I am not writing over here. Okay, that you have to write by your own. It is the same which is given in the question in the sequence. The very first thing that I am changing, I'm writing this is the second one in this way. This is the first one, and this is the third one that I have to prove. Okay, so now a small construction is required. What construction we need? Join dy, okay, join dy and produce it to meet B meet AB produced at point Q. Okay, join dy, produce it so that it meets AB produced at Q. Now let us see its proof. Okay, so in triangle DCY, in triangle DCY and triangle QBY and triangle QBY, angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 1 is equal to angle 2, alternate interior angles. Okay, angle 3 is equal to angle 4, or before that CY equal to YB. Okay, CY is equal to YB, that is given, and finally angle 3 is equal to angle 4, that is vertically opposite angles. So by angle side angle we can say triangles are congruent. Therefore I can say triangle DCY is congruent to triangle QBY by angle side side. And as these two triangles are congruent, two things which I need. The very first thing, that is dy equal to yq, and another thing, that is dc equal to bq. Okay, dc equal to bq gives me the length of xy. How? That will let you know. So therefore I can say dc equal to bq, that is dc is equal to bq. Okay, let it be first. Okay, and dy equal to yq, and dy is equal to yq, and dy is equal to yq, let it be second. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you up to this point. Okay, now further see, dc equal to bq. Now dc is okay, now I need to find length aq. Now aq is equal to, okay, now aq is equal to, I can write ab plus bq. Okay, ab plus bq. Therefore I do write aq is equal to ab plus, at the place of bq I am writing dc, because I proved dc equal to bq. So here I can write reason bq is equal to dc from first. Okay, therefore aq is equal to, now ab is how much? Length of ab is given. How much it is? It is 60. So ab is equal to 60 and dc is equal to 40. Okay, dc is equal to 40, that is 100. So I got the length of aq. See, now what is the need of to get the length of aq? Because now I am going to apply midpoint theorem in triangle ADQ, because I have x is midpoint of AD given and y is midpoint of DQ proved. So xy will be parallel to AB, as well as xy will be parallel to AQ, as well as xy will be equal to half of AQ. So here I get the length xy, that is 50. So first thing I will get. So now in triangle, okay, let it be equation number 3. Now in triangle ADQ, now in triangle ADQ, x is midpoint of AD, x is midpoint, x is midpoint of AB given, and y is midpoint, y is midpoint of DQ. Okay, that I can say from second. Okay, from second I can say as dy equal to yq, so y is midpoint of dq. So by midpoint theorem. Now here I will apply midpoint theorem. So by midpoint theorem, okay, so note it down up to this point. Then what will be the result of midpoint theorem? And then how we'll get xy equal to 50, dcyx is a trapezium, and third one we'll see. So note it down up to this point. Okay, so let us see its solution further. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, I can say xy parallel to AQ and xy is equal to AQ by 2. Let it be equation number 4. Okay, now xy is equal to AQ by 2 from 4th. Therefore, xy is equal to 100 by 2. Okay, AQ is equal to 100 from 3rd. Okay, from 3rd. Therefore, xy is equal to 50 centimeter. So here I can say this is the first that I proved. Okay, so here I am keeping in this box and I will do right here. Prove first. Now xy parallel AQ again from 4th. Okay, therefore xy, or I can directly write now xy parallel uh, xy parallel dcyx. So xy parallel AB. Okay, xy parallel AB as y parallel AQ from 4th. Okay, as xy is parallel to AQ, so I can say xy is parallel to AB, and AB parallel CD. Therefore, xy parallel CD. Let it be 5th. Okay. Thus, okay. Now, or simply as xy parallel CD, I can say therefore xy parallel CD. Okay. Thus, quadrilateral uh, DCYX, this quadrilateral DCYX has one pair of opposite side, one pair of opposite side parallel, therefore quadrilateral DCYX is a trapezium. So that is hence proved second. Okay, so note it down up to this point, then we'll move further. I'm saying let us, this is equation number 6. Okay, so note it down up to this point. Okay, now let us see the last one. That means we have to find, actually we have to find the relation between the areas of this upper trapezium and this lower trapezium. Okay, and for that simply we need their length of their parallel sides as well as their heights. As three sides are equal, okay, so definitely their heights will be equal because these three sides are parallel. So this will be h as well as this will be h. We can say that is by the mm, by intercept theorem. I can say this height h1 is equal to h2, or in other words, suppose uh, okay, this h1 is equal to h2. So now area trapezium dcyx. Okay, now uh, area trapezium dcyx upon area trapezium y xyba is equal to, now for this trapezium 1 upon 2 sum of parallel sides, for this dcyx sum of parallel sides are dc plus xy, isn't it, and height is h. For this trapezium parallel sides are xy and ab, xy and ab, and height is h. So here I can write area trapezium dcyx upon area trapezium xyba is equal to, see, 1 by 2 1 by 2, h and h will cancel out. Now dc plus xy, dc is given 40, this we obtain 50, and this is 60. So 40 plus 50, 40 plus 50 upon 50 plus 60, that is 90 upon 110, that is 9 upon 11. So here I can write, therefore area trapezium dcyx is equal to 9 upon 11 area trapezium xyba, hence proved. Okay, so please note it down. Okay, so this is all about this lecture as well as this chapter. So in next lecture we'll start new chapter. Till then, bye. Thank you. Take care. Stay at